Do you know that you have control over the decisions you make, but you do not have control over the consequences of the decisions you make? For instance, if you choose to eat junk food every day of your life, you will most likely have problems with your health. So you see that if you are choosing not to eat junk food, you won't have issues with your health. So you see that you can control your decisions, but you can't control the consequences of the decisions you've made. The reason is because consequences are already established rule or law in life. So it is the decision you make that will determine the aspect of the consequence that you attract. It was Miles Monroe of blessed memory that said consequences are more important than decisions. And the reason is because consequences determine the outcome of your life, while decisions are temporary. Decisions are made in a moment, but consequences most times live with people, for weeks, for years, sometimes a lifetime. Sometimes consequences, translates to generations. We know the story of Eli in the Bible. The Bible said God was angry with him because he refused to correct his children. And so God said his children was going to die, and God stripped his lineage of priesthood. So Ichabod was born. That was his grandson. So because of the decision of Eli, his refusal to correct his children, his grandson Ichabod, who was innocent, also suffered bad consequences of the decisions of his grandfather. And so you must, Mas Moreau said, check for the consequences before you make any decisions. Find out the consequences of each decision you want to make. Look at it. If it's something you can cope with, if it's something you can do with, then before making the decisions, because consequences are more important than decisions. I hope this bless somebody. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.